Good evening, friends, faculty, community members, relatives, and parents. My name is Luke Hull, and on behalf of myself, the student body of Wallace Junior Senior High School, and the senior class, I would like to thank you for coming to the commencement ceremony for the Wallace High School class of 2022. It is my honor as the Associated Student Body President to welcome you all here today to celebrate one of the many milestones in our lives. I find that this one ranks there with our first word, taking a potty like a big boy for the first time, and our first step. But that is up to the parents in the room to decide. This ceremony marks the end of one era and the commencement of the next. We have worked very hard for this moment, and I know that we have all worked hard to get each other here. Whether we are texting the class group chat, asking for every assignment we did over the course of the semester, or trying to find that one magazine we still need for the government portfolio, someone was always willing to lend a helping hand. Sometimes the occasional check in on your friend's Google account to see the answer for a question is all it takes to get the creative juices flowing. With this in mind, I would now like to ask that you take a moment to silence your phones, and for those overachievers out there, you could even just power it off. I would also like to ask that you try to keep any young children seated, and please refrain from moving around the gymnasium. And I know, it's difficult. Heck, Tegan still hasn't been able to master it fully. I would like to also thank the staff and administration of the Wallace School District for all that they have done for me personally and the class of 2022. We couldn't have done it without the guidance, persuasion, subtle bribery, and downright threats along the way. I also need to thank all 26 of you who are sitting in front of me today. You have all had a monumental impact on my life that will continue into my future. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd like to recognize those seniors that have put out the extra effort and taken classes above beyond what we offer here at Wallace High School. So those seniors that have 1 to 10 credits of dual credits, will you please stand? Students that have 11 to 20 credits, will you please stand? And students that have over 20 credits of college credit, will you please stand? That is a tremendous feat for all of you. Thank you very much.
You know, I just don't feel like I'm caffeinated enough for this right now. Today, we congregate to celebrate the new beginnings of the seniors of Wallace High. Gathered before me today lies a group of exceptional young people who have labored for 4 hard years to be at such a position. Today, we celebrate the end of their high school careers and all the accomplishments that they've received during this period of time. However, I do not wish to speak of this occasion as an end of an era, but rather the beginning of a new life. When you think about it, the very nature of life is a powerful gift. Without it, nothing that we do is possible. All of the accomplishments and relationships, the highs and lows of existence, cannot be without life. The tragic truth of life is that ultimately it must come to an end. Regardless of religious beliefs, politics, or any other dogmatic process one might subscribe to, there is a unifying truth between all people that ultimately the beautiful gift that we've all been given, life, must come to an end. I say this not to strike fear or existential dread, but rather a feeling of inspiration. The idea that you have one shot at this life with a finite amount of time is more often than not a motivator like no other. And who can blame ourselves? That's honestly pretty terrifying. Yet with the time we have upon this planet, until we draw our last breaths, it should be the goal of every living person to forge forward and achieve what they wish to achieve for themselves and the people around them. Personally, I find this to be a very special occasion for these young people, based not on what they have accomplished, but what they will do in the future. The last 18 years of your life have merely been prologue for your true adult life, and your time to truly begin living starts now. While I understand the reflection upon the last 18 years in moderation is healthy, I am under the belief that a heavy amount of nostalgic sadness could possibly be detrimental to oneself and prevent the individual from progressing. While I'm in no authority to say how a person should be feeling right now, I do ask, please, cry not tears of sadness, for this is a joyous time of rebirth for these fine young people. View this not as an end, but rather a new beginning. A beginning where, starting tomorrow, you have full control over the course of your life. Let that sink in for a second. Starting tomorrow, every single senior in this room has been given a chance to achieve whatever goal they wish to achieve and become whatever they wish to be. That's exciting. From whatever you do, from university to vocational school to work, whether you're becoming an academician, a student athlete, good old-fashioned frat boy, or going down an alternative route, the experiences, relationships, and vast amounts of knowledge that you are all about to engage with is truly awe-inspiring. That being said, none of this is going to be easy. The struggles we're about to experience, most of us have no precedent for. Loss, stress, and the unending woes of personal finance are bound to plague us all. Challenges that some of us have not even considered, such as the responsibility that comes with a serious relationship or the trials that come with bearing a child, are bound to descend upon us as well. Yet we should not fear these issues, for they arise for all of us. The best measure to combat such issues is to never stop progressing as a person and meet every obstacle with great determination. With the apprehensions that come with thinking of the future, none is as great as the fear of failure. Inside us all is that little voice that prescribes to us negative advice. What if I'm not good enough? What if I fail? What will others think of me? These have all been things we've said to ourselves out of fear of what might happen. My best piece of advice for dealing with this little voice in our head is to kindly, but very firmly tell it to shut up. Oftentimes we say to ourselves that we cannot do something, that we're not good enough, and we sell ourselves short because of it. You must never do this. Never sell yourself short, and always achieve what you wish to achieve at the fullest extent. While we can often be our own worst enemies, the pressures placed upon us by external factors and other people can be equally detrimental. A very intelligent man once said to me at a very young age, "There are millions upon millions of people who would be more than happy to line up and tell you you can't do something. To tell you that you cannot be successful because you lack what it takes to be successful, whether that be a lack of intelligence, athleticism, or even the right last name. While it might seem daunting, and perhaps these people are correct, you must never, ever fall to this kind of thinking. Shine all their comments off and work so hard that you surpass exactly what they say. Because ultimately, the only one who has any authority upon your success is yourself. And great people do not achieve greatness for themselves or the people around them by being docile. My fellow seniors of Wallace High School, it is truly a great honor to be up here standing as one of your peers. Granted, some of the experiences I've had here have been outright bizarre, and some of you are the goofiest people I've ever met in my life. I do like you guys. That being said, if you take nothing else from this speech, the last of my famous psychotic rambles, take this one piece of advice. Move forward, achieve what you wish to achieve, and do so with unwavering confidence. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations on graduation.
Good evening, everybody. Each individual sitting in this crowd has had an impact on at least one graduate here tonight. Thank you for taking the time to share this special moment with us by attending our graduation ceremony. My name is Ellie Welch, and I'm honored to be the valedictorian of the Wallace graduating class of 2022. Many teachers may be relieved to see this class on their way out, and that's because we've definitely left our mark, the question mark. We are the class who asks why, and admittedly, that can be a little exhausting. Right, Dad? The individuals sitting in front of me question the tasks at hand before blindly just doing them. This is what influenced my message for this speech. Why? I found a quote from Benjamin Franklin that states, "All highly competent people continually search for ways to keep learning, growing, and improving." They do that by asking why. After all, the person who knows how will always have a job, but the person who knows why will always be the boss. Asking why can lead to understanding. I'm proud to say that I'm graduating with a group of young adults who ask the question why. This simple question can cause a great deal of feedback, which may be both positive and negative. Arguments may arise by not putting your head down and questioning things presented before you. However, these disagreements has taught this class how to respectfully voice their different opinions and come to a conclusion on how to go forward from there. Planning events is one of the best examples of how this graduating class uses their skills of asking questions, listening to different viewpoints, and finding a solution. Choosing a class give back highlights this example perfectly because our ideas range from a slushy machine to a square car reader. We researched and discussed as a class why each idea may be beneficial for the school and eventually came to a conclusion. I know that each individual from this graduating class will grow to be successful adults because they have the ability to communicate their ideas, work through disagreements, and find solutions to the problem. I trust they will use the skills we've acquired as a class to better themselves and be active members of society. In our adult lives, the ability to ask why is going to be crucial. This question will allow us to pursue careers we are not only qualified, but informed for. I know some individuals in this graduating class may be how people, and that's okay. Success looks different for everyone, and being the boss might not be the goal for all of us. Nevertheless, our world needs a variety of personality types, and I need to acknowledge that not everyone in the class of 2022 is a why person. Whether it's Grace asking how she got so far behind, or Dorsey wondering how is he going to become sane enough to do all his assignments. Having the how people present is just as important as having the whys because it can lead to discussions and compromises that would otherwise not be presented. Now, within this mix, there's also the what people, right, Tegan and Liam? Those are the individuals you talk to who come to the conversation always a second or two late. The what people also create better solutions. They force us to slow down and reevaluate our intent. A perfect combination of these three types of people is extremely beneficial for the whole because we push each other to a middle ground that leads to the best solution. Also, with this mix, we have different levels of creativity that constantly lead to new ideas. Asking why leads to better understanding, asking how leads to improving skill, and asking what generates better solutions. Now, I would like to thank my family because they have instilled in me the importance of not being afraid to ask questions to further my understanding in the classroom and real world. This has translated into me always sitting in the front row, clarifying what I don't understand, and completing all the work to the best of my ability to show that I've actually gained knowledge on the topic at hand. My father is a huge role model in my life, and he has taught me two very important things, which are working for what you want in life and that following what's considered the norm or tradition does not have to be the only option. These traits have allowed me to become a leader within the school and to have the honor of standing on this stage giving this speech to all of you here tonight. With a group full of whys, there's going to be individuals who have to answer those questions. That can be fellow classmates, teachers, guardians, or even siblings. We are grateful to those who take the time to educate us while being patient with everything we are asking of them. At the beginning of the year, we had to write a 10-page paper covering our chosen senior project, which resulted in the entire class asking, why is this important for us to do, and why does it have to be so long? Ms. Brack was definitely there to answer those questions while walking us through each step of completing the paper. In the end, that single paper could have been a deciding factor for many on whether the career they chose for their senior project would be something they want to pursue in their future lives. It's not always easy having the answers, and as a class we understand that. So thank you to those in this building who have spent the time giving the answers to the whys, the hows, and the whats. To the class of 2022, I am extremely grateful that I have had the opportunity to go through my high school years with a group of individuals sitting in front of me. You have contributed to my success in the school and shaped me into a well-rounded person today, who is able to have a disagreement with someone, yet be respectful and find the solution. The class of 2022 has not always followed tradition, and we question everything that is presented before us. I would like to thank this class, the Wallace School District, and my family for molding me into the person I am today. I am certain that the individuals sitting in the graduating class before me will have the best future lives possible as they continue to grow. And finally, don't forget the power of asking why, as that's where a great deal of success lies.
Sorry, I covered up my speech. All right. Okay, seniors, let's make sure, in case you didn't hear earlier, you're supposed to silence your cell phones and make sure there's no Insta-facing, snap cheatling, or gram booking, or whatever the heck you got going on, all right? All right? And thanks for plastering my face all over the entire school. I appreciate that. All right. So I can remember 9 years ago when I first got to Wallace on a Friday, I thought to myself, I could see myself staying here for a long time. And I started looking at houses, and I picked out a place that I thought was good. And after 3 days, I left again on Friday. So seniors, I ask you, how did I do it? The horse's name is Friday. All right. Luke told me I had to tell that joke, and Liam still doesn't get it, so. All right, hello, I'm Mr. Jared Young, or as the kids started calling me throughout the years, Mr. Young Money. I teach business and education, or business and technology classes, so somehow that's stuck. I've been lucky enough to teach these fine students the past 4 years and coach many of them through middle school and high school. And I can honestly say, now I know where my gray hairs come from. Thanks, football team, and Robbie and Liam. And I also realized I needed to stop buying all the Krispy Kremes from them because all the support for their clubs is started to take its toll on my figure. But don't worry, I paid them back tenfold with dad jokes on a daily basis, something that we kind of got used to doing. So I'll give you a few of those now. So if the early bird gets the worm, I'll sleep until there's pancakes. Right, Tegan? Tegan's on time every once in a while. Another one. I spent a lot of time and money and effort child-proofing my classroom. But those darn seniors still get in. You know? And if you have 13 apples in one hand and 10 oranges in the other, what do you have? Big hands. You know? And finally, why do teenage girls travel in odd-numbered groups? Because they can't even, you know? Girls. But in all seriousness, I feel privileged to have been a small part of these students' lives and watch them grow up to be the next generation of great Wallace graduates to take on the world. I have enjoyed watching them in their sporting events, concerts, and calling their volleyball and basketball games with Channel 3, and getting yelled at for giving them the wrong nicknames such as Mouse in the House! I mean, the assassin. Sorry, Jaden. And I've gotten to see them, I skipped a line, I'm sorry. I've enjoyed pasta feeds with the football team, which I must thank you parents for. You guys sure help leaps and bounds, regardless if you're a football parent or not, with creating great experience for your kids here in Wallace. I've gotten to see you battle adversity in sports and in the classroom and through COVID-19 and come out as stronger human beings. This year's seniors have shown tremendous grit and determination throughout their years here at Wallace. And with that, and I know that will continue in whatever they choose to do. I was even lucky enough last summer to work alongside some of them at Gravis Tech, a local company where I saw them thrive in creating a Tour Burke website. Very impressed by Brendan and Vincent's work. If you hadn't had a chance to check that out, it's pretty neat. And many of you have babysat for my kids throughout the years from one time or another,
And if you can handle my kids, I know you'll be okay out there. I have 2 words of wisdom for you, something I tell my football players and basketball players all the time. There are 2 things in life that you and you alone can control, and that's your attitude and that's your effort. Let's break it down. In life, there's so much out there that is out of your control in this world, and you're never going to have control of it. You can't control others, and you can't control the obstacles in your life. I know it seems daunting, and sometimes there's no answer in sight, but there is always something that you and you alone can always control, and that's your attitude and that's your effort. Being a young adult is hard, and it will seem at times that everything is spiraling in the wrong direction. Every day you have to choose in 2 things. You get to choose how you take on each day. Not your friends, not your coaches, not your teachers, not even your parents. You decide how you want your days to lead, positively or negatively. Your attitude affects everyone around you. You are in charge of how you want your life narrative to go. Wake each day like the little engine that could and tell yourself, I think I can, I think I can. You alone have the power to make each day great. A wise man once said to me, if you think you can or can't, you're right. Think about that for a second. If you really want it bad enough, you must believe in that success. Your actions, no matter how big or how small, in a positive way, will affect those around you, and in turn make each day one to remember and cherish. I'm sure you can think of those bad days and remember someone who had a positive attitude and influence through the pain and made you feel better. You all can be that shoulder for each other with a positive attitude, like you have done so many times here in Wallace. Effort is the other half of the equation. No one controls that but you. You can have all the right people in your life telling you exactly what you should do and how you should do it, but you choose how you will do that. Anything in life that you choose to do, you determine your outcome with your effort. They say effort beats skill when skill doesn't work hard, and I believe that. If you have the will and stick with it, your effort will pay off. And again, no one can do it for you. You may and will fail time and time again, but if you keep a positive attitude and high effort level, you will achieve success. As they say, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough to keep you from your dreams. Always remember, you are in control of how you take on this world. That's a powerful thing, to know you are always in control. Each one of you is powerful beyond measure. I will leave you with one quote I hope you will carry with you each day. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. It's not in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we consciously give others permission to do the same. As we are all liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So go out in the world and challenge yourself. Be the best you can be. Take on that idea in your head about what you want in life. Treat each day as an opportunity to shine, and shine that light on the world, and control your destiny. With great attitude and tremendous effort, you will control your outcome. As I look at each one of you, I know that the world will be a brighter place with the Wallace class of 2022. Thank you, parents, grandparents, families, faculty, and administration, that will let me be a part of your children's lives. Seniors, I know I joke a lot, but thank you for putting up with me and choosing me to speak today, even though I didn't want to at first. I'm going to miss each and every one of you and look forward to hearing about all the great accomplishments that you will have in life. And like your dad says when his golden retriever was caught eating a hot dog, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. So make sure you add some spice. I prefer mustard, because you should at least make it taste good, right? Congratulations, class of 2022. It only took 13 years. I'm proud of you. You made it.
Let's go, folks.
I think the same company made the motor for this as they do for that American flag when it rolls up. Wow. Perfect. Principal Almquist, school board trustees, faculty, parents, friends, community members, and most importantly, Wallace High School students. I want to take just a moment to say, as an educator, an elementary principal, and a superintendent, how much I appreciate the opportunity to be part of your educational journey. The memories I have of you growing up over the last 13 years will be forever cherished. And now for those very important formalities. By the powers vested in me by the state of Idaho and the Wallace School Board, I certify that on this date of May 27th, 2022, the class of students sitting before you have fulfilled all the requirements set forth by the Wallace School Board and state of Idaho, and it is with my utmost professional honor to present to you the Wallace School District Class of 2022. Congratulations.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2022, Riley Austin Valley. That's it, remember? Tegan Jake Goldberg. Jaden Bailey House. Congratulations, Jaden. Great job. Vincent Allen Schmidt. Great job, great job. Robert Michael Moran. Great job, Robert, great job. Ellie Kathleen Brianna Welch. Great job. Dorsey Shannon Pearson. Good job, good job. Chelsea Bobby Jean Heiser. You made it. Luke Frederick Hall. Good job, good job. Grace Catherine Hunter. Good job, Grace. Lily Ann Page Pyron. Kimberly Ann Larson. Orlai Lee Canamessa. Jordan Starr Eversall. Congratulations, sweetheart. Madison Jade Bailey. Good job. Heaven Lee Edwards. Macy Jo Nelson. Jaden Alexis Zelinka. Brendan Lee Hines. Jaden Marie Johnston. Liam Alvin Murdoch. McKelvey Rose Speck. Deandra Amoy Burrell. Kaya Nevada Taylor. Nathan Lee Travis. Evan Joseph Wilkinson. Isaiah Anthony Carmillo. Good job, Isaiah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you to the class of 2022.
Well, maybe sit on your lap. I was hoping not.
I think we're supposed to go out first now. When they start playing again. Maybe not.
They just walked out. There they go.
Maybe you won't have to march out at all. Watch it, that stuff's gonna be slick.
Yeah. Don't be slipping on purpose so you don't have to come to work the last 2 weeks.
I already mentioned that, bro.
You sound like you're feeling better.
Yeah, I do feel better. I can't see much sense in marching down the house.